What up, y'all? As you can tell by the title, today we're talking about the mass shootings and the shooting problem in America and how it may not go anywhere anytime soon, and the people who are behind it, the people who can actually make a change and they're not, and why. This video was gonna be about the moon. Today was gonna be about the moon landing and the conspiracies behind that, but after the fucking 30th shooting in America, 30th mass shooting in America in a month and a half, I felt it was appropriate to try to tackle this problem that America seems to not want to get rid of. Me as a black person living in California, I've seen shootings personally. Been in situations that was pretty fucking scary. I've lived long enough to see so many different tragedies, man-made tragedies, so many shootings and bombings in America alone. But guns has always been behind the violence in America. Always. No matter what we do, no matter what we say, no matter how far we believe we are, it's the guns that has always held America back. There are people from other countries scared to come here because of guns, because of all the shootings and the deaths. And when I saw you see all these attacks and you see people crying and saying why and feeling like it's something brand new, it's really not. It's just how humans are. I think humans have this problem to where if it's none of your business, then you don't care. So when you see somebody else in another state of people and a set of people that you don't know crying over their children getting killed, you feel sad for that time looking at it. But as soon as you turn it off, you're getting on with your life like nothing has ever happened before. A lot of people think that after the shooting that things will be different. You got a lot of the teenagers from that school are very vocal. It's very powerful to see. And then all of them are coming and talking to Trump, and it's gonna equal the same thing. Because I've seen it over and over and over and over again. After Sandy Hook, people said no more. We're not going to do it no more. We're going to do something about this. After Sandy Hook was even younger kids. I think even more kids died, I believe. I'm not sure. I think so, though. And nothing happened. Before that, there was just several, but the ones that were highly televised was something like Columbine High, to where it was two boys with semi-automatic weapons walking around killing people for dumb reasons. I'm pretty sure, when people are doing it, they have their own set thought that they feel that whatever happened to them deserves a mass shooting or something. I don't know how some people think, but even then, they said no more. This is a problem. We got to do something about it. How are these kids getting guns? Nothing happened. Over and over and over. It's the same circle over and over and over again. Motherfuckers repeat the same problems because we're trying to tackle them in the wrong way. We look at these tragedies and we see them and we know that it's a problem. We know. Not just us, the people who we're asking to change the problem know. The Congress knows. The president knows. But they won't do nothing about it. No matter what the fuck you say. These kids went to Donald Trump and he told them that they're going to add more guns to the school. They're going to give them to the teachers. Like, that's okay. They saying, let's get rid of guns. And he is saying, no, let's add more guns. And this is not even a knock on Trump. Trust me, my Trump video coming up soon. But this isn't a knock on Trump. It's a knock on just the government, period. See, things ain't going to change because the money's going to keep flowing in. The main monster of this whole thing is the NRA. The NRA has a lot of money. National Rifle Association, I believe is what it stands for. That's the true conspiracy in this whole thing. No matter who they go into congressmen like, hey, make a law. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. The NRA has a huge following. NRA has like 98 out of 100 politicians that are Republicans, and they're paying them top dollar, donating to them, donating. They just keep donating, and they donate to the Republicans more than they do Democrats, because Democrats are usually about, less guns, and Democrats are about more. Republicans are about more guns. And they have people who stand behind them who love guns and don't want to lose their hobby. They bend the rules saying, oh, this is for hunting. Who the fuck needs an AR-15 to hunt? What the fuck? How bad is your aim? Like what the thrill of the hunt is to shoot something with one bullet and get it. Maybe take 2 or 3. But if you're using a damn AR-15, it's like you're just spraying. You're not even using the skill. Who the fuck? The meat's all riddled up with bullets now. Nobody hunts with an AR-15. Why do these guns even exist? People waiting for war that's never going to come. People scared that they're going to get their houses broken into. What the fuck you need an AR-15 to protect your house? Like, how many people are going to break into your house? What do you have? What do you have? Do you think 20 people are going to break in your house at one time? You think if these people break in your house and they have guns, that if you show them an AR-15, they're just going to be leaving it alone? No. All you got to do is pull out a handgun, and nigga shoot at them, whatever. Do what you do. If you want a gun, if that's what's going to make you feel like you're protecting your family. But there are far more times that kids are getting killed, schools are getting shot up, clubs are getting shot up, get-togethers are getting shot up, like Vegas. People have already forgotten about Vegas. I think 50 people died there. 50, 59, something like that, died there. This man had a customized AK, I think he had a customized AK-47 or something, and he shot down on people. Like, there was no cover. Like, it was the most disgusting shit I've seen in my fucking life. We worried about terrorists, right? Our government is spending all this money to tackle terrorists and to help other people in other countries with their terrorists, while we have most of our lives being taken by the terrorists that are American and live in America. The gun problem isn't a problem. It's worse than a problem. It's more of a disease. It just won't go away. There's a remedy for it, but people are profiting off of the disease. The NRA is almost untouchable because they pay some of the most powerful powerful people in our country. The most powerful politicians are paid by the NRA. The Republicans have the most chairs in Congress, so they have the highest vote. All these kids that are crying and all that, and you see all these, you wonder why all these congressmen are just ignoring it, saying, we're not going to talk about it right now. You know what they said in Vegas? We're not going to talk about it right now. Sandy Hook, we're not going to talk about it right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just on and on about just waiting until we forget. And this time won't be no different. No matter how bad it hurts, how much it is, and how, let's just be real. the only way to fix this is to fire everybody. Every politician needs to be fired, in my opinion. Every one of them. This donation shit, there needs to be a new law. They need to change the Constitution. They need to do all type of shit in order to fix it. They need to update the Constitution to today's days. People cite the Second Amendment in the Constitution about the right to bear arms. But then they don't talk about the Third Amendment, to where you have the right not to let a soldier in your house without consent during wartime or out of wartime. Basically, that rule was made back in the day when the French was taking over and you had different, sanctions in the country. It's outdated. It needs to be replaced. And it's like nobody's saying shit. It's like we need to update this shit. Some new rules need to be had. Right now, the USA is one of the worst countries to live in. Do you understand that the United States used to be the country of dreams? People dreamed to be here, man. People looked up to the US. No matter all the bullshit that was going on, especially the racism, the hate that was going on in the United States, people still wanted to be here. Now we a laughingstock, America is. Deservedly so. And it's not the people, it's not the actual people. The people are fine. It's our government. They are paid off by companies. Almost everything. If you look at everything that's happening, everything that's wrong, it's because they're being paid off by a business that will make them not get rid of it. It's not only the NRA that's doing this. Look at net neutrality. And how, Verizon and all them got that Ajit Pai Reese cup drinking idiot in the FCC. And he's in their pocket. Clearly, he used to work for them. Why is he even able to be in this position? We know that they're paying him. We know it. Like, it's crazy because we know it. I can understand. I can't even call that part a conspiracy, nigga, because we know. We know. Why? Why do we accept, like, we sit there and we gotta take, and it's like they break the rules, or they just work their way around the rules in order to get these rich companies richer. And all that's gonna do is trickle down on us. But what do we lose if the NRA loses money? I know people want their guns. I know people are they want to feel protected and all that, but there are other countries bigger than ours. Our country is killing ourselves. 10 out of 1,000 people are going to die by gun. I believe that's the number. Our country is an embarrassment when it comes to this. Russia numbers is better than ours. Like, for real though. Like, it's like two countries, like Japan and somewhere else, they got like 0 mass shootings. I think zero shoot death by gun. Like, it's possible to take this number all the way down. But because money, we're going to keep it there. They're going to keep it there. Then there's nothing we can do about it. We can plead all we want. We've been pleading. This is old news. This is very old news. We've been pleading for a very long time. And it's not going to change because the NRA is rich. There's only one way that we as a people can change it, and that's if we just plain stop buying guns. Period. But then is everybody going to stop buying guns? That's the problem. That's why it needs to become a law, because if a massive amount of people stop buying guns, they're going to feel unsafe to the people who didn't stop buying guns, the people who still own a gun. We don't have to pay them, but we have to pay them because they spread so much fear in America. Unneeded fear in America. These kids in school, they feel safe in school. They don't spread fear there. They spread fear in bad neighborhoods and in your own home and on TV, talking about terrorists and shows of violence and, people getting their house robbed. And it's just crazy how we look at all the problems instead of the ones that's right in front of us. We're used to it. I mean, you go to social media, you see the same thing. You see divided news, some fake, some real. We feel helpless to the problems that we cannot solve, but the only way that we can solve them if we collectively got together and just straight up stop buying the fucking shit. They need our money. But like I said, everybody's just not going to do that. Not everybody isn't going to agree to the same thing. After seeing all these mass shootings with these kids crying, parents crying, Sandy Hook and kids and shit, fucking Las Vegas and Columbine, people still bought guns. In fact, they bought more. The NRA feeds off of this shit because it makes more people afraid. Now that this guy has a AR-15, people think I need a bigger gun. I can't. I got to be able to stand up to an AR-15. No, you don't. How many people gets their house robbed? What are you doing? If you selling drugs, nigga, you might have your house robbed. If you're showing off how much money you got, you might just get robbed, or some off chance that some robber asshole might just come and try to rob you. And I'm sorry for cussing so much this episode. I am. It's just frustrating. It's just frustrating to see. It is frustrating to be helpless because I want this to end, but I don't think I'll ever see it end, and I feel sad for saying that. But it's true. I just don't see it ending. I don't have the money to make it end. These companies are sucking us dry. This country is on the flip right now. These rich are just trying to get richer, and they're paying the rich. It's like the wealthy is paying the rich, and then they're both. That's it. This is the wealthiest paying the rich, and then they're both feeding off anybody under them. You don't even gotta be poor. I'm not even trying to bring up the poor. I'm not even thinking about the poor. Just everybody other than the rich and the wealthy. They are so much just money grabbing, and it's just all about money. It's the money, man, and they get the money from us, the average Joe, the minority. I mean, the majority of the people. The minority are the rich. The majority are everybody else. They take our money. We give them our money because they have what we want sometimes. Even to our detriment, they have what we want sometimes. We can't look to our government to help us with shit. They are fucking being paid by these people. We can't look to them to help us for nothing. Not this government. Rules need to change. They're full of old people with old ways, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about nobody, man. It just the more I look at them, the more greed I see. No matter what, they even like Trump is on the tirade of just getting rid of everything Obama did because he don't like Obama for some reason that I'll talk about in a later episode. But it's just even to the detriment of us, to make us suffer, to make people suffer. They will make it seem like it's okay. It's better if we get rid of this thing that seems good right now. Same thing with net neutrality. That's what they've been trying to do with net neutrality, is tell us that it's better if we get rid of net neutrality. It's better that way. You know, he doing a little fun commercial, and Santa Claus could have swallowed. Boy, some things, boy. It's just because they think we're stupid, and we've been blind. It's not that we're stupid. We just been blind for a while. But now everybody is growing up into this shit. Everybody is starting to see all the controversy and the big thing that's been going on in the government. Obama being the first black president, Sarah Palin being what's going to be the first vice president female, and then Hillary goes against Trump, and that's like a clown show because you got the first, either you're going to have the first female president or a president who don't know a shit about politics. Not only that, he shows signs of racism. You know, so it's like controversy after controversy, and people have been paying more and more and more attention to politics, that people starting to learn more about it, and the more we learn about it, the more disgusted we get. You got Anthony Weiner showing off his little wang-wangs, and whoever that was, whatever that guy name was, you know, Chris Christie cutting off bridges, and you finding out people are taking tickets, and they have a debit card, and they take your ticket, from the police pulling you over, and then that money goes directly to the credit card that they spend on whatever they want. All type of, it's just money, and they feeding on us. We need to do something, but there's nothing we can do. The best that we can do is vote out people from the Senate. And I don't even know if we could do the Senate, but anybody that we can vote for, if they're not for what we're talking about, if the ones that are in office right now aren't doing what we can do, or what they should do, or what they can do, if they're not doing it, we need to vote them out. That's the best. That's the only thing we can do. Congress needs a reset ASAP. The Constitution needs an update ASAP. The president needs to be replaced ASAP. It's just the Republicans are showing such an ugly side. Democrats too. Don't get me wrong. Democrats are not innocent in this, but it's just when it comes to this gun stuff, and it's in America, and the state that America is in, the things that's been happening, that's continuing to happen. It gotta end some way. It gotta end somehow. If it was one of their kids who got shot up, they might change their mind about it. But it's not their kids. It's ours. People don't care about nothing that's not their business. So, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. These gun laws need to change, and they need to change drastically. We as a people need to find some way to get it to change. Whether that's going to the NRA, whether that's filing law, I don't know. That's the sad part. Nobody knows what to do. The people that we count on to do what they're supposed to do aren't doing nothing, because the money is more important to them than running this country. They are supposed to be about the people. They're supposed to be for the people. But they are just for themselves. It's a sad time in America. If you're not in America, be happy you're not in America right now. I know other countries got their own problems, but this gun thing is getting worse and worse and worse. And it's looking like there's nothing we can do about it until we flip all of them people out of Congress. Democrat, I don't give a fuck. And we make new rules about donations. New rules about donations and pocket lacing. If they know about it, we know about it, the news know about it. We can barely turn to the news to get proper news anymore. Everything's about Trump and his tweets and shit. We can't even go to the news and see news anymore. Trump is like a curtain. You know what I mean? A curtain of controversy. While all this stuff is happening in the background, you got this guy as a curtain of controversy tweeting at North Korea about bombs and shit. It doesn't make sense, and it's frustrating as hell. It's frustrating to see all these people dying needlessly, and then they turn around and say that the shooter is mentally ill. Fuck that. Don't blame the person for this shit. Motherfucker's mentally ill. This nigga went to get an AR-15. He knew what he was doing. He wasn't mentally ill. He wasn't walking around thinking people were zombies and he was just killing them. Talking about his blaming video games. Where did he get video games out of that from? What video game taught him how to get an AR-15, load it up, walk to the school and then kill people? What game taught him to do that? What game taught that man to go rent, that millionaire? This guy was the millionaire in Las Vegas, to get this high up room, have 2 guns, have them altered and get attachments put on, and then shoot out a window and shoot down on thousands of people, and then kill himself before the police get to him. This is the blame game is over, man. We tired of the blame game. It's these guns that's the problem. Get rid of them shits. Every other country got rid of them. Get rid of them. It's insane. Why do we still have these motherfuckers? Why? Nigga, get some tasers. If you want to protect your house, lock your motherfucking door and get a goddamn taser gun. Something. Get a sword, knife, something, anything. But if everybody doesn't have guns no more, then nobody gets shot no more. The police will stop killing people for no reason. Over there overly scared. The police are killing people because they scared of people. Because they scared. Everybody's afraid here. Everybody's scared here. Everybody's on edge. Man, get rid of these guns. I don't care about your Second Amendment rights or whatever. Me, my opinion, we need to get rid of these guns. We just do. Find another way to hunt. Get some bow and arrows. Do something. Jesus Christ, man. It's in conspiracies, man. Thanks for coming out. See y'all next week. Should have that moon one. I might put that moon one out in the middle of the week sometime because, you know, I just wanted to throw this out here. This is probably not even really a conspiracy video even. But it's just something I feel I need to talk about. It is a conspiracy though. You know what I'm saying? Because the NRA is lacing pockets and they getting away with this day after day. It's all about that money. I'll see y'all next week though, man. Thanks for coming out, man. Go.